Alright, welcome to Phasmophobia. This is going to be a custom setting that I've done for a ×15 rewards multiplier. Professionals times, or nightmares ×4, professionals ×3, intermediates ×2, amateurs ×1. So the difficulty is going to be a little bit different than normal. This is like the highest rewards you can get, while still being able to get all 3 pieces of evidence. You also have to buy equipment. You only get money from completing objectives. This is just my normal build that I use for just practicality purposes. This is also going to be the starter map. I'm not going to work on any of the objectives. Really, if I just happen to complete any, I do. They're daily and weekly challenges. They change all the time. Here we've got Edward Manson. We have no idea if he responds to people who are alone or if he responds to everybody. Got to get him to blow out a candle. We've got to escape during a hunt and witness a ghost event. So in this particular mode, it's a little dangerous for the hunting part, so I'm probably not going to do that if I can help it. I got lucky the last time I survived a hunt anyway. Blowing out a candle and witnessing a ghost event's pretty easy. So that's like an easy $10 times 15 is $150 just for getting those two. Yeah. And video camera so we can see some orbs. Grab the key. Since I have it set to start on 0 sanity, I have to take all the sanity pills to get my sanity back up. Otherwise, it'll be able to attack me as soon as I walk in. I usually take the camera, the EMF reader, and usually like crucifix just for some protection, just in case. And then first thing we got to do is we got to find the ghost room. So there's a room that the ghost prefers being in. I always check the window just to see if I can see some orbs in this room, because sometimes you can happen to, and it's a little bit easier to help identify without even opening the door, because if you don't open the door, it doesn't start the timer. I also have it set so that I heard something. I also have it set so that the circuit breaker is on. Oh wait. Just to try and help identify where it is. That sounded like the kitchen. Fork, plate, bowl, anything thrown around in here? I heard something. Oh, yep, there's a fork missing by that plate, so... yeah, it's throwing stuff around in here, so let's look for some orbs. Let's turn this light on in here, because that'll help keep our sanity up high. Which reminds me, I should look for the bone real quick before it starts attacking me. I'm not seeing orbs, but I know for a fact it's interacting with these rooms. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come into this corner, way over here. I'm going to put this crucifix in this room. Put that right there. I'm going to go out and get some more equipment. I'm going to come back in and I'm going to try and look through the car key just in case it sets off the alarm. So I didn't see anything on the EMF reader yet. I didn't see any dots or any orbs on the camera itself. This will actually give me the opportunity to come back in here. And orbs are a lot easier to see. Did it turn on the basement light? Orbs are a lot easier to see through night vision, but since the light's on, you won't be able to. gonna take these 3 in. My sanity is dropping a little bit, so it is doing stuff in that room. Hopefully that's the case, and hopefully it's not just in the basement, because if it's in the basement, it's a little harder to find. Mostly because it doesn't really interact outside of that floor, but... Well, no, it can't be in the basement because it doesn't interact outside of that floor. So yeah, it's definitely upstairs. It could be in the living room and just messing with stuff in here. It could honestly be the twins as well, because there's a main ghost and then there's like a decoy ghost which will interact with stuff, but you don't get any readings from it. It just interacts with stuff. Where are you? Are you here? And you can use the spirit box to talk to him. Are you here? Okay, so yeah, it's 100% right there. So we'll put that there. And we'll walk out, because I don't have a camera to take a picture of it like I need to. I think that, isn't that one of the objectives? No, it's candle and event. So I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna grab some more stuff, because I really need to get stuff set up. It's already been late, and I've been standing around kind of explaining stuff. Surprisingly, my sanity didn't go down from that. Usually it has a pretty good effect. That little projector that I set up in there, what it does is you can see it running through it sometimes. And then certain ghosts will only run through it under certain circumstances, like if no one's in the room, and whatnot. So we're gonna set that. I've already got a crucifix in there. I'll take both of these and one of these. And then next run, I'll probably come in with the camera, so I can start taking pictures of stuff that it messes with. Yeah, see it just like that. Drop this right here. Nope, that was a dots. I don't know if y'all saw that, but it ran through the projector, which means it's not a Goryo, because Goryos only do that if you're not in the room. Oops. Turn that on so there's some extra light. Now I'm gonna run in and go grab some cameras real quick, because I need to start taking pictures of stuff, because pictures are another good way to get money. You get like $5 to $10 depending on what you take a picture of. See that right there? So that activity is kind of like the behavior of how kind of how the twins work, but normally it's more symmetrical. Like it'll be 3, 6, where instead of 3, 5, which means it's probably not the twins. Oh yeah, I gotta get them to blow out a candle. So I'm gonna take in the candle and the camera. Flashlights also don't work in this like the UV lights do, but the normal flashlights don't. So like that's the other reason I'm using the lights instead of the flashlight. That, and if I didn't have the lights on, my sanity would be at 0 already, and I would be getting killed, and it's just it's not fun for anybody. So, are you here? Where are you? Where are you? Are you French? Okay, so normally they will have talked by now if they were going to through a spirit box, especially with how many I've done. If you're wondering why I'm not taking pictures of the stuff that I've already seen thrown around, is because there's a timer. I should probably go get a smudge stick just in case. I should also probably find the bone, because the bone is worth like $10 just for, oh look at that. It's worth $10 just for picking it up, and you get a picture of it. So I'll turn that off. I heard it mess with the door. Did it mess with one of these doors? No, didn't mess with one of those doors. That's weird. Yeah, I'm gonna go get a smudge stick. So normally you get evidence fairly quickly, and then as you get it, you're supposed to check it off. So like I got the dots projector, I flat out saw that, which means it gives you this list of stuff. Stuff can attack you differently based on where it's at and what ability it has. Some ghosts have different abilities. I'm not going to go into all of that, mostly because that's stuff you just kind of have to figure out or take notes or what have you. So I've got my candle in there. It's on the table. It's still burning. I'm still not seeing dots or orbs. That doesn't necessarily mean anything with the fact that A, the light is on. But normally that doesn't mean anything. Like normally you'll still see orbs even if the light's on, and I should have seen them when I was in there the first time when the lights were off, and I didn't, which means that there's probably not orbs. So I'm going to go ahead and cross those off, which leaves me with these lists. I know it can't be a Goryo because of how it acted. So that leaves Phantom, Wraith, and Diogen. And Oni. All four of those are actually really dangerous ghosts to mess with because Diogen, you can't hide from them. You physically cannot hide from them. They know where you are at all times, no matter what hiding spot you're in, etc. Oni are super active. They'll do ghost event, ghost event, ghost event. They like to scare the shit out of you and then attack you. Phantoms, they will wander to you. They will target a player and wander to you regardless of what room you're in the map. And then Wraiths can teleport to you, also dangerous. So those are big things to look out for. Another way I could rule out Wraith, though, is that if they step in the salt, they don't leave footprints under the UV, and then Phantoms disappear when you take a picture of them. So, like, those are the two main ways to disqualify those. Onis are super active. It'll just be event, event, event. It'll be trying to scare you all the time. And Diogen are relatively tame up until it gets cold in the house. Or no, I think that's Hantu. Maybe Diogen get cold in the house, too. I can't quite remember, but... Am I blind? I'm blind. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about cold, but I think cold is affected by the Diogen. You can see their breath or something like that. Which is cool. It blew out the candle, so it crossed out the objective, or should have. Any second now, because I watched that candle blow out. You can even see the smoke. Unless it just happens to go out on its own from time to time. But, I definitely saw dots while we were in there. And, like, everything else is set up in there. We've got the EMF, but the EMF isn't going to give us a lot unless we're looking directly at it or hiding or whatnot. And with the lights on, I can't even see the lights on the projector. Or under the projector's light, so to be safe... My sanity at 84, so we're gonna take some more salt in there, and we're gonna put it in the dining room itself to see if we can rule out Wraith, because if we can rule out Wraith, it'll be a little bit easier. Okay, so that means that it's not an Oni, because Onis don't do that. And it's not a wraith, because there was footsteps. And it's not a wraith. Or it's not a phantom, which means it's a Diogen. Are you here? Can you give us a sign? Can you give us a sign? Are you here? Are you French? The only reason I asked that is because I jokingly asked it once, and it worked. Alright, so there's nothing I can do to hide from a Diogen, so like if it tries to hunt, I'm screwed. So I'm gonna go grab another crucifix and put it in the kitchen, just in case. Because that'll prevent it from hunting, and it'll help me get extra pictures if it burns it. Spirit box and ghost writing are the only two other things that it's gonna do, so it's either gonna write in the book or give me a response. It didn't blow out the candle. Oh, the candle's still lit. Okay, so... that should cover the rest. Oh, I can't see it. That's awesome. That doesn't help me at all, because I can't take pictures of it now. Oh well. Dirty water. Dirty water. Nope, clean water. We can get more footstep pictures, we can get more interaction pictures. It's not really doing a whole lot. I'm not sure if it's because the lights are on, or if it's because... Oh, it's hunting. EMF 4. Oh, the other ghost photo didn't count. Alright, so it's time for me to get out of here, because this thing's getting... Oh. This thing's getting a little fresh. Oh, it wasn't a hunt, because it didn't close the door. That was just a ghost event, which means it was trying to scare me. So the one thing about Diogen, actually, yeah, I forgot about that. So Diogen can't catch you. I forgot about that, so I should actually be safe. Because when they get close to you, they can't, yeah, so I should be safe. As long as I've got a smudge stick and it doesn't just happen to mindlessly wander the direction I'm going. So let's go back in there. I'll go back and get another picture at least. I really thought that photo of that ghost was going to count, but since I already got a photo of it, it didn't. What did it fuck with? yet? No. Are you here? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Mannequin's new. I should shut that in case it opens. Oh, it shut this light off. And see, I can't tell if that crucifix is being burned or not. So I won't be able to tell if it's going to start attacking me or not until it actually attacks me. Which is kind of the most terrifying part, but I need to escape a hunt, and Diogen are really slow, so I should be able to escape a Diogen, even with it sped up by 150%. Maybe. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Especially with a smudge stick, because I should be able to smudge it and then, like, run away from it. And then it's going to get really, really fast when it's chasing me, which is going to be the only terrifying part, but then once it catches up, it'll slow back down. Something about taking so much energy to physically manifest. This ghost, however, I will say, is not very active. Oh. Where are you? Can you give us a sign? Where are you? Is my mic not picking up again? Where are you? Are you here? No, my mic's working. I guess it just doesn't like that question. It's... So the only thing that's weird about this is I only saw the dots out of the corner of my eye, so there is no guarantee that it actually was. The fact that there is no dots all of a sudden is a little weird. Like, there's no dots. I got a little bit of footprints and it threw some stuff around, and then the activity kind of dropped, so there's also a good chance that this could be a Fae, but that's only if the dot projector didn't get like I thought it did. But I could have sworn when I was setting that salt down, I could almost guarantee I saw it out of the corner of my eye. And the fact that we're getting nothing in it all of a sudden is a little weird. Did it move? Did it move down here? No, nothing's thrown around. There's no orbs. So it shouldn't be in here. It's so strange. I'm pretty sure this is a Diogen though. But I'm probably wrong. There is a good chance that I'm wrong. I mean, I'm not getting any of the other evidence. It's not attacking me, probably because I'm standing in the light. And my sanity's probably still too high. Yeah, my sanity's still really high. Like, oh, now there's activity. That's usually a shade trait, though. It's not a shade, it's not a wraith. It didn't disappear when I took a picture of it. It did the mist thing, so it can't be an Oni. Goryo's, you can only see the dots through. See, that's twins right there. Like, that's the perfect example of twins. But even then, they don't show up on the dots projector, so... some solid activity, no duplicate activity, no doubled activity, just there. So, and that's what makes me think that it's not the twins. Because even from earlier, it's too inconsistent from what the twins normally do, even in that regards. And the only, I mean, freezing temp, so yeah, I could use that to figure out, you know what, let's just confirm to see if the ghost is still in that room. Because it does lower the temperature of the room. Alright, so average reading 65. Living room is clear. It's a little chilly, but it's not super cold. We come into the kitchen. It's getting colder. Then we come into... Oh no, it moved. So it's not in this room anymore. That's why I'm not getting any evidence. It's in the garage. Which means I'm no longer safe. And this is where it starts to get sketchy. Because I don't have enough evidence to confirm whether or not it's actually not harmful. Are you here? Where are you? I heard that. Alright, so no fingerprints. Or at least if it is fingerprints, it's hiding them. So let's toss that right there, because then we'll be able to see that. And then we'll toss this here so that... What door was that? I'll check both of them. Okay, so no fingerprints, which means that there's definitely not fingerprints, because there would be. Double check. Because apparently it moved. It's not supposed to be able to move unless it was in this room in the first place, and I was just, yeah, it was in this room in the first place and I was wrong. It was only interacting. Oh god, where is it? That's weird. There's a, what the hell? It's a potato. Oh. What, did it just make that noise? What is that? Oh. What the hell? I've never found that before. Oh, where did I throw my flashlight? Oh, that time it got me. There's my light. God, I don't like that. Oh, writing. So we got writing, finally. Which is funny, because that's one of the longer ones that it takes to get. Which literally leaves Diogen and Thay. So the fact that it's this inactive means it could be a Thay, but it could also be a Diogen. What's the evidence for Thay? Ghost orbs. Actually, I never checked the garage for orbs. And it's still really active, because that was another event. Like, phas don't really do events that often this late in the game, especially, this is a half-hour match already. And it normally doesn't take this long, usually it's only like 15 minutes, but... Oh yeah, see, now it's dropping. And see, if there's no orbs, then chances are it's a Diogen. If it's a Diogen, I can escape the hunt as long as I route it. And I'm not seeing orbs in there, and I've confirmed that it's in that room. So since it's gotta be in that room, there would be orbs, which means it has to be a Diogen, and it's just not talking to me on the spirit box, which is likely. I personally have had issues with the spirit box before where it just, I can talk to it all night, and it just doesn't give me anything. And like, I can sit here for a while and not see anything on the dots or anything on the orbs. Orbs are usually consistent, though. So the fact that I haven't seen orbs means that there's definitely not orbs. There's dots. Okay, so there's 100% dots. Dots and ghost writing. So, I had to find one more piece of evidence. Which it's probably the, it's more than likely the Diogen. Because the Thay, it would be way more active, and there's definitely no orbs, because it's 100% in that room. There's no orbs. It has to be a Diogen, which just means that the spirit box isn't giving me answers, which is also possible. Escape during the hunt. I could definitely escape a Diogen hunt, so I'm gonna go back in there and I'm gonna try to escape a hunt, just because I know exactly where the ghost is, and I should be able to avoid him if I'm careful. As long as it doesn't attack me when I'm, like, right in front of the door. Shit. It shut the breakers off. I do need... Oh, I do have a flashlight on me. Just to confirm that this doesn't work. Okay. I don't know, you go away. So, yeah, I definitely need the flashlight to at least be able to see... Okay, down is the smudge stick. I guess we're gonna come back in here. We're gonna risk it for the biscuit. Ooh, I didn't like that. I don't like that. I never liked that. It is hunting now. Yep. God damn, it got me. So I got back into a corner. I thought I would be able to route him in that room. I figured it was too small. That sucks. So I just lost all of that gear when I really didn't need to, because I could have just left. I knew it was a Diogen. I had the correct things. I could have just gotten like $400 to $600 for that, and instead I decided to go in there and try to get a perfect game like an idiot. $43. Whereas that gear cost $700. Oh well. But I mean, such is the game, you know, it's not going to be perfect every time. Anyway, that's Phasmophobia.